Good morning, children. Welcome to All Force e-learning classes. This is Venkateshwarlu Manchigatla, lecturer in Civics in All Force Education Institutions, Telangana. This is intermediate first year political science or civics class. Today I am going to explain the differences between state and society, a part of second unit, that is state and sovereignty. So what is the second lesson name? State and sovereignty. In the last class we discussed about essential elements of state. Essential elements of state. Every state has how many elements? 4 elements. One is population, 2 definite territory, 3 government, 4 sovereignty. These are the 4 essential elements of state. It is the last class. So today class is the differences between state and society. Before going to explain about the difference between state and society, I am going to explain society. Already we know about state, so we must know about society. So what is society at first? What is society? Society is a human organization. It is a human organization. Human organization. It is formed for fulfilling various needs of the individuals. Individuals will have various needs. State alone cannot fulfill all the needs of the individuals, and so to fulfill various needs of the individuals, society is formed. So how can we define the society? Society can be defined as a sum of all relationships. It is a sum of all relationships like social, political, economic, cultural, ethical, religious, etc. So how can we define the society? Society can be defined as a sum of all relationships like social, political, economic, cultural, ethical and religious, etc. One more definition is also there. Society can be defined as a collective life of human beings. Collective life of human beings. Human beings living coexistence also, or it is defined as a what? Human beings living coexistence. So it is one more definition of the society. Society can be defined as a collective life of human beings. Collective life of human beings. Now, what are the general differences between state and society? Already we know in society so many associations are there. State is a part of society, and state is a part of a society. What is the first one? State is a part of society. State is a part of society. So it is a combination of various associations. So society includes various associations. Already we know social, political, economic, cultural, religious, education, etc. According to first point, we can differentiate one more point, that is state is a part of society, hence the scope of state is narrow. The scope of state is narrow. because its activities, states activities are extended to its territorial limits only, hence its scope is narrow than that of society, whereas it includes all associations, hence its scope is wider. The scope of society is wider. The scope of society is wider because its activities are extended to all the associations, hence its scope is wider. Its scope is narrow. Then state has fixed territorial boundaries. It has fixed territorial boundaries. Territorial boundaries are territorial limits. Territorial boundaries are territorial limits. So it is one of the important feature of or element of a state, because every state has how many elements? 4 elements. It is one of them. So without territory there is no state, whereas it does not have such type of territorial boundaries. It does not have any territorial boundaries. Territorial boundaries. So it can, and its activities are extended to all parts of the world, hence there are no territorial limits or territorial boundaries. Then according to nature, it is a political association or political organization, whereas in its nature it is a social organization. State is a political organization. Organization, because what is its nature? Political in nature, and so it is a political organization. Whereas its nature is social, so it is a social organization. Even though there are different types of associations in the society, generally its nature is social, hence it is a social organization. Then state is a man-made association because it is formed by individuals, hence it is an artificial organization. It is an artificial organization. Artificial organization means it is formed by the individuals, hence it is also called as man-made institution. Whereas it is a natural association. Society is a natural organization or natural institution or natural association, because it can be formed by nature. Hence it is natural association. And some more differences. Then the membership in state is compulsory. The membership in state is compulsory because by birth every individual become the member of state. That is guaranteed. So by birth every person will become the member of the state. That is a compulsory membership in state. Whereas in society the membership is voluntary or optional. The membership in society is optional or voluntary, because the membership in society is depend upon the discretionary nature of the individuals. The individuals may or may not take the membership in various associations in the society. Hence, the membership in society is optional or voluntary. Then one more difference. So it must have the sovereign power. It must have the sovereign power. It must have the sovereign power, that is sovereignty. So sovereign power is a soul of the state. So without sovereign power there is no state. There is no state. By using its sovereign power, so it will formulate and implement the laws of the state through its organization, that is government. Whereas society does not have any sovereign power. Society does not have any sovereign power. It does not have any sovereign power. Next, it enjoys what a coercive power. It enjoys coercive power. So through its sovereign power, it punishes the persons those who violate the laws, whereas it does not have any laws. It has only certain rules in the form of customs and traditions. So if anybody will violate them, it will not punish them. It will not punish them. And one more thing is, the laws of the state are very clear and definite. The laws of the state are very clear and definite, because the laws of the state are enacted by the legislatures, and the laws are in written form. The laws are in written form, and so they are very clear and definite. Okay, the laws of the state are very clear because the laws are in written form, hence they are very clear and definite. But society rules are not so clear. The rules of the society are not so clear, because the rules of the society are in the form of customs and traditions. The rules of the society are in which form? Customs and traditions. And so, and one more thing, they are not enacted or they are not formulated by any organization like legislature. Hence they are not in written form. Hence they are not in clear. They are not in clear. Then if anybody will violate the laws, it leads to punishment. So violation of laws leads to punishment, leads to legal punishment. Everybody must obey the laws of the state. If anybody will violate them, they will be punished. That is the legal punishment. So highest punishment in the state is death sentence, that is hanging. Whereas in society, if anybody will violate the rules, its rules are customs and traditions. If anybody will violate the customs and traditions, they will be boycotted from the society. That is called as a social boycott. But it does not give any legal punishment. So society does not punish any person, okay, if they will violate the rules of the society. And one more difference, that is state is not permanent institution. It is a temporary institution. It is a temporary institution. If you compare with the other associations, it is a permanent. But in this context, if you compare the state with the society, it is a temporary institution, because if any other state will occupy any state, automatically that will lose its sovereign power, then the state will disappear, hence it is a temporary institution. Whereas society is a permanent institution. Society is a permanent institution because it will everlasting institution. It is everlasting institution. So these are the various important differences between state and society. Now I am going to explain one more topic, that is differences between state and government. State and government. Dear students, now I am going to explain one more topic, that is the differences between state and government. State and government. Already we know about state and government in which topic? The essential elements of the state. Accordingly, we are going to differentiate the state with government. So first of all, every state has how many elements? 4 elements. So state has 4 elements. They are: 1 is population, 2 territory, 3 government, 4 sovereignty. These are the 4 essential elements of a state. But here what is government? Government is one of the essential elements of the state. So government is one of the essential elements of the state. So by this point we can understand what. So government is a part of state, and so state scope is wider, whereas government scope is narrow. So what is the second one? Its scope is wider, whereas its scope is narrow. What is the reason? The reason is it has 4 elements. It is a part of state. And one more thing, it includes all the people. State includes all the people. Here all the people means the people are divided into 2 categories: ruled and rulers. Okay, all members are a part of state, hence it is wider. Whereas it includes only few people. Who are the people? Rulers only. It includes only few people. They are rulers, hence its scope is narrow. Then state is a permanent association. State is permanent. So according to its elements, it has sovereign power. It will continue as long as it has a sovereign power. Okay, hence it is permanent. Okay, state is permanent because it will continue as long as sovereignty exists. That is the reason. Whereas government is temporary. Government is temporary because it can change through elections, through revolutions. So for every 5 years the government will change, hence it is a temporary institution. Next, state has fixed territorial boundaries, means it has definite territory. Without territory there is no state. Whereas it does not have fixed territory or definite territory. It can form and run from anywhere. Okay, example, before 1947, India was ruled by the British government from where? England. And so it can form and run from anywhere. Hence it does not have any different territory. And its most important feature is what? Sovereignty. So it has sovereignty. So what is meant by sovereignty? Supreme power of the state. So without sovereignty there is no state. But what about government? So here government does not have sovereignty. Government does not have sovereignty, but government exercises the sovereignty of the state because it is the agent of the state. It performs all the activities of the state, and so it exercises the sovereign power of the state. So some more differences. State is like a master. State is a master because it has the power to place and replace any government, and so it is a master. Whereas government is like a servant. Government is a servant because it exercises all the powers of the state, hence it is a servant. And state is a unique political organization. Means here all the states are uniform. All the states are uniform in nature, in their characteristics, because in the world all states have 4 essential elements compulsorily. Without any one, they are not called as states. So all states have 4 essential elements: population, territory, government, and sovereignty. Hence all states are uniform, whereas governments are not uniform. Governments are different. So there are different types of governments. Governments are of different types. Already I said in last classes, namely monarchy, dictatorship, oligarchy, aristocracy, polity, democracy, etc. Okay, there are different types of governments are there: monarchy, dictatorship, oligarchy, aristocracy, polity, democracy. These are various types of governments. Then now state is a abstract thing. State is a what type of thing? State is a abstract thing. So state is a abstract thing. So abstract means we cannot touch, we cannot see. Now state does not have physical shape. We cannot see the shape of a state. Yes, we can see a particular state or country in the map only, but it does not have any physical shape. So it is a abstract thing. Whereas government is concrete. So government is concrete because it has a physical shape. In government, prime minister, CM, and ministers are there. Yes, we can see the government. And so government is concrete thing, whereas state is what type of thing? Abstract thing. Next, one more thing is membership of the state. The membership of the state. The membership of individuals in the state is compulsory. That is compulsory membership. Membership in state is compulsory. So every member must have the membership in the state. Whereas the membership in government is voluntary. or voluntary or optional. The membership in government is optional or voluntary. Okay, because the membership in government is depend upon the discretionary nature of the individuals. So these are some of important differences between state and government. Dear students, now I am going to one more topic, that is the differences between state and associations. State and associations. Already we know about society. In society, so many associations are there, like social, political, economic, cultural, religious, educational, so and so. Here, one important difference between society and state is society is formed for fulfilling various needs of the individuals, whereas society is formed for fulfilling specific objective of the individuals. So here I am going to give a definition to the association before going to explain about the differences between state and associations. So what is association? So association is defined as a group of people united together for pursuit of on interest in common. So it is a definition of a association. Okay, association is defined as a group of people united together for pursuit of an interest in common. It means the interest of the people is common, and they have common interest or common objectives or common aims. So it is one of the definition of association. Okay, once again, associations are formed for fulfilling a specific objective. Example, school is there, college is there. They are what type of institutions? Education institutions. They will provide only education. That is a specific objective. Now, differences. First of all, state is what type of institution? It is a permanent institution, already said. So it is a permanent institution or permanent association, even though it is a part of society. In society, various associations are there, already we know. It is a permanent association. Except state, the remaining associations in the society are temporary. So the remaining associations are temporary in nature. Next, it has definite territory. So without territory there is no state, whereas societies do not have such type of definite territory. So associations, it does not have any definite territory, because associations are at national level, local level, international level. They can form anywhere. So no need of fixed territorial boundaries. Then state has government. It is like a brain and heart of the state. So without government there is no state. whereas associations do not have any government. So association does not have what? Government. Then what is the most important element of the state? Sovereign power. So it must have sovereignty. It must have sovereignty. So state must have the sovereign power, that is supreme power. Whereas associations do not have the sovereign power. So association does not have which power? Sovereign power. Then the membership in the state is compulsory. The membership in the state is compulsory. In the last classes I said the membership of any individual in the state is compulsory. By birth automatically they will get the membership in the state. Whereas membership in association is voluntary. Membership in association is voluntary or optional. So the individual may or may not take the membership in various associations. There are associations are various types. So the individuals may or may not take the membership in the association. That is depend upon the wish, pleasure of the individuals. These are some of the differences. Some more differences. To run the activities of the state, legislature will formulate certain laws. So state has certain laws. It has certain laws for administering the government, for administrative purposes. So they are formulated by legislature. They are implemented by the executives. So it has certain rules and regulations in the form of laws. Whereas associations do not have such type of laws, but they will have certain general laws. Associations have certain general laws. Here, if anybody will violate the laws of the state, they will be punished. So violation of laws leads to punishment. Whereas if the members of the association will violate the rules, they will be punished. So what type of punishment? It is not a legal punishment. They are boycotted. Their membership will be cancelled. So here, if any member of the association will violate the rules of the association, they will be terminated. So members will be and removed. Members will be removed. Next, one more difference. The state can impose taxes on its people. So it imposes taxes on its people, because for revenue the government must impose taxes. Through taxes it will formulate, implement various types of and programs and policies for the welfare of the people. And so the people must pay the taxes to the government in time. Whereas associations do not impose the taxes on its members, but associations will collect the membership fee from the members. So associations collect the membership fee, membership fee. Okay, these are some of the important differences between the state and associations. Clear? Dear students, here by remembering some keywords, it is very simple to write the differences between state and society, state and government, state and associations. So what are the keywords? Example: definite territory, sovereignty, membership, scope. Like these words you should remember. Through these keywords you can write the differences between the state and society, state and government, state and associations. Okay, I will see you in the next session. Goodbye.